Good morning, Tahmina Khan is here. TKMaths is fun. In today's video, we will solve a question on integration. It is from March 24, 9709 AS level mathematics. Right. So concept is more or less easy, but the challenge here is in the type of the equation which is with the negative fraction. So we need to be careful about it. So let's read the question, go through the concept, and then we will start seeing the solution of this question. So the diagram is given to you, and the information given to you here is that the curve is passing through the point A and B on the x-axis, and it has a minimum point at M. And you have to find the exact coordinate of point M. Now you have to recall here that whenever we are talking about maximum or minimum point, what does it indicate? It indicates that the rate of change or dy over dx is 0 there. So this reminds us that we have to differentiate the equation of the curve and put it equals to 0 to get the x coordinate. And after that we will find out the area of the region between the curve and the line. So this is the area we will find out. So that is the second part. So for the first part, to find the minimum point, we will differentiate the equation. So differentiation I have done here for you, and I hope the basic differentiation you know. I have used different colors to identify here. Now after that, what will I do? I will put it equals to 0, but before that I will simplify it further, right? So I have simplified further, and you can see here minus 2 upon 3 minus 1 will become minus 5 over 3, and I have simplified here fraction also in both the terms. Now I will put dy over dx equals to 0, because at the minimum or maximum point, rate of change is 0. It's always easy to work with positive fractions rather than negative. Now we have to take LCM here. If you see, there is a very clear relationship between power 5 over 3 and power 4 over 3. What is that relationship? See here. If you see, the 5 over 3 can be broken up as 4 over 3 plus 1. So basically this, I have written, I think here, yes, this x power 5 over 3, which is here, it can be written like this, x power 4 over 3 plus 1, and it can be written separately like this. So I can say that this term has x power 4 over 3 and x power 1. So when you are taking LCM, you will take this in the denominator, because this is a bigger value, bigger power. And then what I will do, I will not multiply 4 by anything. What is the reason? Because the denominator is the, sorry, what went wrong? Okay, so here this 1 will multiply by 3 times x power 1. You understand? Because x power 4 over 3 is already here, and this thing is equals to x power 4 over 3 plus 1. So this part is already here. X power 1 is missing and 3 is missing. So that's why numerator I will multiply by this. So this is the little tricky part here which one has to understand. Otherwise the rest is okay. Now once you have taken LCM, and this side, left hand side, you have 0. So when you cross multiply, denominator will be vanished. So you will be left with what? Only the numerator. Agreed? So from here you will simplify and get the value of x. So what you will do here now? Yes, you are right. You will cube both sides, and you will get the value of x, 4 over 3 power 3, or 64 over 27. So once you have found this x, now you have to find out the value of y also, because you have to find the coordinate of M. It is written here, find the coordinates of M. So you have to find x value and y value. So we have found the x value here. Now we will substitute in the equation of the curve to get the y value. So it's a simple calculation. You can use calculator. I have done few steps here extra, your choice. You can use calculator after the substitution and get the value of y. This is all you can do one go in the calculator, right? I have done extra just to show. So I got the coordinates 64 over 27 and minus 1 over 8. So this is first part of the question. Second part of the question is saying find the region bounded by the curve and the line segment. So this is the thing. So these are my limits a and b, and I don't have these values. So what should I do? Yes, you are absolutely right. I will put y0 here and solve this equation to get the coordinates of a and b, because on the x-axis y coordinate is 0. So now here onward I will simply substitute y0 and solve it, and that will be my limit also when I will be finding the area. Okay. So again, because the equation which is given to you has power in negative, so I'm changing it into positive. Again, x 2 upon 3 is equals to 1 over 3 multiplied by 2. Sorry, multiplied by 2, right? Why I'm saying this? See, I have to solve this equation now. And because it doesn't have multiplication or division, I can't apply law of indices. So you must recall here that the only way to solve such equation is substitution. So I am saying let t is equals to x power 1 over 3. And when I will square both sides, I will get t square equals to x power 2 over 3. So I will substitute here, it will become a quadratic equation, and I will solve it. You can see here, right? Instead of this x power 2 over 3, I have written t square. So now take LCM. What is this minus 2? Something is wrong here. It is 3t plus, sorry, t square. This is t square. Okay, something I don't know what went wrong. So now I will solve this quadratic equation. You can use calculator, you can do Milton breakup. So you got values of t which is 1 and 2. But your target is not to find the value of t. Your target is to find the value of x. So you will go back here in the substitution, substitute these values of t here and try to get the value of x. Why? Because these are the values of x from where curve is passing through the x-axis here and here. They will become our limit also when we will be finding the area. Okay. So now when t is 1, I got x1. I am simply substituting this value of t in the substitution which I had taken. Okay. So I got x1 and x8. So these are my limits also. So now I have to integrate this equation of the curve with the limits 1 to 8. So I hope simple integration all of you know at this point. So you can see here, write everything clearly, neatly, so that you do not make mistake of any sign. Acha, by the way, why I have written here minus outside? Do you know the reason? Okay, so if you don't know, let me just tell you here. Suppose we have a curve above the x-axis, okay, and I'm calling it f of x. And we have to find the area of this, and limits are a and b. So what do? AB f of x. But when we have a curve below the x-axis, for example, let me show here. When we have below the x-axis, limits are, for example, a to b, and this is my equation of the curve f of x. So we write here minus a to b f of x. This is written in the book, but what is the reason behind it? If you see this line, what is the equation of this line? Y equals to 0. So your upper curve is f of x, lower curve is 0. So when you write 0 here, you don't mention it. Whereas in this case, this is your upper curve, which is y equals to 0, and this is your lower curve. So when you write here, Actually, what is it when we write? Sorry. Actually, it is what? A to B, upper curve is 0 minus lower curve, and then we integrate. So this 0 minus f of x means minus will go outside. So that's why whenever we have a curve below the x-axis and the region is in between x-axis and the curve, we always write minus outside. I hope you will remember it. So that is the reason I am writing minus outside the limit over here. Okay. So now after that I am simply integrating it. I have applied the limit upper minus lower and I got the area 0.5. So thank you very much for watching. Please press like and subscribe button and give your comments. What did you learn? What is your question? And share it with your friends. Take care. Allah Hafiz.